want to miss this. Måneskin's warming up, and not only warming up, but guess what? They are ready. So we're going to shoot it over to John, who will be chatting with them right now.
Hey everybody, we are live right here with an incredible rock band all the way from Rome, Italy. You know them as Måneskin.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, hello everybody.
Hey y'all, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for being here, first of all. I know it's been a tough, cold New York day.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
How have you been enjoying New York for this visit?
Well, we just came a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we've
yeah.
been working almost every day.
Yeah.
So we haven't been around that much this time, but hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
You're dressed for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready for it.
Always.
You, by the way, we have a lot of fans in the chat right now. Everybody's really excited to see y'all. If I could just give some shout outs, people were saying they're from Sweden, they're from Denmark, they're from Mexico, they're from Chile, they're from Israel, all around the world. And kind of in your touring and the amount of places you've been and the amount of countries that you've been in, where have been some of your favorite venues to play?
Oh, venues. For me, honestly, the Bowery Ballroom.
Yeah, the ballroom.
Was,
Bowery
yeah, that was
Oh,
one of
yeah,
my
that
favorite
was
ones.
amazing. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there
yeah.
were no barriers with the audience, and it felt so close, and also with the upstairs floor, you really were like surrounded by people.
Yeah. And it was our first own concert since a
America.
while, because like before we only played festivals and stuff, so it was very cool.
Yeah, besides like in that venue, in that specific venue, like there isn't a space between the crowd and the stage, which is way better. So yeah, for me it's the same place.
Ethan, your hair is beautiful, by the way. That flip was magnificent. Oh my god. Are you all excited to be on SNL tomorrow too? I know that's a huge reason that you're
Yeah,
here.
it's gonna be amazing.
Have you ever really thought that you would ever get to play on SNL?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all,
Honestly
of course.
not.
No.
And I know you guys have been around for quite a while now, and a lot of people are just kind of warming up to you guys and just discovering you for the first time, especially over this past year or two and through Eurovision as well. I'm sure you got a lot of traction from that. But I heard you guys really started street performing and really started on the streets of Italy. What was that time period like? What was the atmosphere of Rome, Italy like for bands?
Well, it was 2016, more or less, and we were finding a lot of troubles to find places that were actually allowing us to play in, because nobody has the space, nobody has the gear, nobody wants to pay you, and nobody wants to just fuck around their club. So it's very hard, and what we thought is we really need to play live. It's a fundamental part of our job. So we decided to go on the street and play completely and legally on the sidewalks, and every hour and a half the police guys came by and tell us to go away, and we just walk around the block, and we're there like 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
The instrument,
Yeah, we need to bring everything. Yeah, it was very fun. But
we went there by bus with amplifiers and gears.
guitar without strings.
Yeah, because like in Italy there's no
right.
really like scene for upcoming bands, so there's not many venues you can play in, small venues and stuff. So that's why we had to do it like that, or at school parties, or just easy stuff.
School parties were our Coachella at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
Did you have a favorite spot or like a favorite street corner that you'd always play on?
Yeah.
We always fight about it because there were some guys that were like dancing hip hop in that corner because it was like the best spot of the whole street. So every time it was like who came before.
Oh, so it's like a turf war.
Yeah.
We have our spot in middle course.
Oh my god.
Our spot.
Were a lot of other acts doing the same thing? I know you guys mentioned that bands, and especially rock music, it was really difficult to like get that time in venues around the city. But as for other bands, were they kind of doing what you were doing, or were you kind of feeling like you were the only ones playing rock music on the street?
I feel
We were
like
kind of underdogs.
yeah, because there were not many like young bands at all playing on the streets. Because of course, like with the fact that there is not really a scene and you don't really motivate like young people to start a band, of course, because they see no future in it. They see like no chances or opportunities. So it was quite unusual for us to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe also in the street there are lots of people that play cover, but not original music.
Yeah. It's
Especially
pretty rare.
In Rome.
In Rome, exactly.
Sure.
That's the point, because we need lots of artists that play, original music.
Yeah, it must be really difficult to attract a crowd, because when you're busking,
Yeah.
right, you want to attract a crowd of people,
Yeah.
and for them to kind of forget what they were
And
doing.
it's super cringe at the beginning.
When you just like start and there's no one and we're like, okay, let's start.
Why am I doing it? Why?
No
why-
one wants me
Why
here.
I'm not playing PlayStation now? Why?
What did it feel like when people actually started to choose to see you? Because I feel like that's the big distinction,
Yeah.
right? Because you're playing on the street and you're playing in front of people and you want to grab their attention. How did you feel when people started buying tickets to your shows and being
Yeah,
like,
it
"Oh,
was-
I want to see Måneskin. I
Yeah.
want to see them
I
live."
think it's still something hard to realize that
Yeah.
actually all the people that come to their gigs, they have like bought the tickets
Yeah,
or they have
they did,
planned
yeah.
like their
They
night.
moved.
Yeah,
they
exactly. It's
did
crazy.
all crazy stuff. People camp out and it's
Wow.
hard to realize.
Is there anything that you took from busking and playing on the street and
Yeah.
took and put it in your stage performance for when you play
Yeah,
live?
I think it teaches you how to base your performance on yourself and not on how people react. Of course, it's if you have a good crowd, you're gonna perform better because they give you energy, they make you feel comfortable and secure about yourself. But I think basking gave us the opportunity to learn to perform despite what's happening around us. Like if you have technical problems, if the crowd is not really into it, if you're like you have low energy, you're sick or stuff, but you still have to do that. And I think we learned how to be the owners of the stage.
Handle the crowd. And also, like, if you believe in what you're doing, then the crowd will believe in it too, of course. So this is also an important point.
Yeah. sorry. I had to.
We make fun of Ethan because when he speaks in English in interviews, he
sounds
speaks
drunk.
like that, and he sounds drunk.
Super cool.
You do a
super
great
cool.
job.
It's a signature thing.
Exactly.
It's iconic.
Iconic, right.
Yeah.
It's like the great speakers of the world, like a Barack Obama, right?
Yeah.
You know, they speak a certain way, right? Yeah.
I think we'll see on Twitter like remixes of 2 hours straight of Ethan talking in English. Yeah.
It could be an ASMR trend,
We'll
I'm
see.
sure.
Yeah.
Get some really good
That
sound
would
bites
be
of it.
so cringy.
Yeah.
Because I am.
You know, when you play the drums, you can go ta-ta-ta. You can do ta-ta-ta.
For Victoria, like everything can be cringy.
Yeah.
That's true.
She has a low cringe level.
Yeah, sometimes.
Now, how did you guys, in playing together and in kind of getting together to form this band, how did you develop a chemistry between the four of you? Was it something that was always there, or was it something that you had to take and then figure out if you had musical chemistry, I guess?
No, I think like the musical chemistry was actually the first thing.
Yeah.
And then we got to learn each other as friends. Sorry. As friends better with time, because when we started playing together, we weren't really friends with each other. And then, of course, spending a lot of time together, that side grew a lot, and it helped also on the musical side, because when you spend the whole time together, you can talk about your ideas, projects, and stuff together. There's more energy in everything, so that's when it got better.
And even though you kind of were known for a while, I feel like I mentioned Eurovision before, And I feel like that was a huge point in your career as something that everybody's like, oh, they won Eurovision, they competed in Eurovision for Italy, which is awesome. But thinking about it, like you were very well known, I think, before Eurovision, since like 2017. And it surprised me because I did see you on the bill for Eurovision in 2021. And I was really shocked because I was like, oh, I feel like they're kind of popular already.
Yeah.
But it was really pleasing to see you guys perform on that stage. What was the process of getting into Eurovision? I know you guys were also in Sanremo before that as well. How did you get that started, and kind of what made you want to do some competitions?
Yeah, like basically, we started thinking about Sanremo, which is this huge Italian musical competition, because we wanted to give a bit of boost to our single, so we decided to bring Zitti Buoni to Sanremo, but we never thought about winning or stuff like that, because it's like not very Italian traditionally kind of music. It's something completely different, but at the end of it all, we won it, surprising ourselves. And if you win it, you actually get the chance to go to the Eurovision. And when they told us, we immediately said yes, because it was, for us, it was just a chance to get seen by a new audience, that by a larger audience. And at the end, we won.
Yeah, you did.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Once again, right? You did.
And, like in a week, we started seeing our songs in the UK charts, in Germany charts, Spain, Portugal, and then we spread all around the world like peanut butter.
No, it was very crazy because like both in Sanremo, usually there's like very classical Italian music. So we went there with a quite heavy song, so everyone was like telling us, oh, there's no way you're gonna do great with that song.
Right.
And like shit, you will never get in the top charts and stuff. So it was completely unexpected. And then when we went to Eurovision, everyone was telling us like, Italy never wins Eurovision, it's impossible. And then, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I mean that Sanremo was very special for us, you know what I mean, for the kind of song that we played in the competition. But also the Eurovision Song Contest, it was insane for the opportunity that now we have to travel the world and share our music with really lots of people.
Absolutely.
And
Perfectly agree with that.
yeah, you know, it was really happy for me to see a more rock act at Eurovision last year, because I started watching Eurovision a long time ago. My family's from Turkey, so I watch every year just to like see Turkey lose. But my favorite act one year was, they're called Lordi. They're like from Finland. Oh my god, they were awesome.
2006.
They were so cool. So it like really warmed my heart to see another really like guitar, bass, drum, vocal driven act like you guys be the top of the show at Eurovision, which was really cool. And after Eurovision, you talked a little bit about how you saw your numbers go up, how you saw different fans from like all around the world. What did it feel like performing on that Eurovision stage, and had you performed on a stage that big before?
I think yes, like a couple times, like it.
We had some huge gigs before there, but you know, when it's live television, it's always harder. But fortunately we didn't have any choreography or shit that we had to do on the stage. So we just went there and played, and so it was let's go there.
Just rock and roll.
It went well.
Yeah,
really well.
Definitely, I'll say. And something really notable about that performance, and I can see it today too, is the fashion choices. Fashion choices for you guys are huge, and in love with all your looks. And funny enough, we were talking about an article that we just released today about the 25 most fashionable acts in music right now, and you guys are on that list.
We saw it. We came prepared.
Where does your inspiration for your looks come? And this is talking like stage, but also off the stage, like what you're in right now.
I have two completely different
Yeah, exactly.
references
Yeah.
on and off the stage.
Remember he
Like
in the past month.
on stage, I follow the 70 rock and roll vibe, but when I'm off stage now,
He looks like a rapper,
I'm
basically.
starting to look like Megan Fox and
Who's your Machine Gun
Jan-
Kelly?
they are my machine.
Let's give you a torn
Yeah,
ring.
and yeah, but I really feel like the 90 vibe, you know, Jennifer Lawrence with crop top, no Jennifer Lawrence, sorry, Jennifer
Lover.
Aniston,
Oh, okay.
with crop tops and sweaters, and yeah, I think it's very
That's what you
swag.
think you look like, but actually you just look like a rapper. 'Cause you're just he's
my God,
like
guys.
I'll
okay,
never
like,
look
wait,
like a
Like
rapper.
6 months ago, you know, he was like, "I'll never wear sneakers. I'll
Yeah.
never wear a
Yeah.
hoodie."
Yeah.
And Thomas was the only one doing it sometimes, and he was like, he looks so ridiculous with it.
Yeah.
And now he's
I
just like,
I just bought 3 pair of Jordan.
yeah, he's just buying like sneakers, caps, and hoodies all the time.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. It's Michael Jordan. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I just want to add that I appreciate it because change is symptoms of growth. Can I say that? In general, right? Also in the clothes. Also in the clothes.
Yeah, I think also that we are very different with our clothes. You know, we I don't know, like the UG's, sorry, as a reference, the UG's band of the past. But sometimes I wear a hoodie, but Victoria, no, it depends.
I'll never wear a
The
hoodie.
truth is that I just like making Victoria uncomfortable and say, "You look ugly." I know, and I love
Me and
it.
Ethan, we're the only one that keeps dressing well.
Yeah.
Yes.
No
They
hoodies
gave
yet,
up, they
right?
gave up.
I gave up, but I'm the most stylish Italian man in 2021.
Yeah, sure.
You always have to remember. There's a
It's
bunch
going
of
to be-
articles
you're
that say
gonna
that.
be like 45 years old. You're like, remember in
Remember
2021?
2021,
I was.
It's like a soap opera now, you know.
we look dumb.
And yeah, Ethan, you brought up the idea of kind of change and like changing your outfits, which I think is really important for kind of any band, for any group, for any kind of creative force to keep reinventing themselves and to keep kind of pushing forward and trying something new with every album cycle. What's that process like for you guys when you decide, okay, we're gonna change our look for the next album or for the next song that we release or for this music video, and we're kind of gonna go with that for a little while for performance. What is that process like for you guys?
It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, I
Because-
I think we never like settle down and talk about it. It just happens because I think being really young as we are, it comes natural to change while growing. So we are different person as from the ones that we were 1 year ago, and from a year from now we will be different again. Hopefully in better, but in better.
Better?
Circle locos better. And yeah. So I think that it just comes natural. Like we were more romantic a year ago, and then we found out that we were like strippers, and and we started dressing like strippers, and it's okay. We were comfortable with that.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, we're too soon.
Yeah. Today we're a bit idiots.
No,
Yeah,
that's great.
we
Please
tried.
keep this energy. I love it.
That's what we tried.
And kind of talking about your albums and your change over time, I want to dive into your songwriting a little bit.
Okay.
What do you each contribute to the writing process? Because I know, just even listening to your music, it doesn't sound like the same person is writing every song, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like there's some variation. Everybody has their hands on it in some
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
What do each of you do usually during the songwriting process?
It really depends, because on every song we may start off sometimes the bass riff, sometimes the vocal melody, sometimes the guitar. So the process is different in every song. But of course, like when we write, we often have like each of us has their own way of making the music. So maybe if we're going mostly like in Thomas' direction, we're doing like more heavy stuff, aggressive.
Oh,
Or, it really depends. Like we all have different styles, and we mix them all up together.
Yeah, and we also trying to experiment new ways to write music. Like till now, we always wrote music by jamming all together, and now we're trying like to split up. And I go with Thomas, and Victoria goes with Ethan, and we try to, I don't know, mix up all our ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like for me, like something that is really helpful for the writing new music is experience.
Yeah.
These experiences that we are like living now are really helpful for us for writing new music, of course. And I truly think that the time, how you use your time, is really helpful too, because sometimes this life just gives you the possibility to never stop. But sometimes it's really important to just like take a chill moment, to like, yeah, like just take the feet on the ground, think about what you did, maybe also in the past week, just like regenerating you and just resets all the things. And at this point, you can write new music, maybe better than you can, of course, do before that, the moment. But it's really important just to stop sometimes and think about all the things that are happening around you.
Yeah, and talking about when you take that time to stop, when because I feel like for you guys, at least in the past few years, I feel like things have been just really go 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 go, and you're just kind of going from one place to the other like every day. When do you write music? Do you write music in that time period? Do you write when you're touring?
Whenever we get the chance.
Whenever
Like,
you can.
Yeah, if we have like 6 hours off, we just call our manager and say, let's find some studios and let's book it. And yeah, many times we just bump people in the studios because we think we have like a few hours to play, and then something else comes out and we are like, shit.
Yeah, the only way to do it, like before, we used to really take like a month off
Yeah,
and just
schedule
go
it.
in the countryside, all the four of us together and write, and that's a lot easier, honestly. But now that we're working like really non-stop, we have to find a few days that we have of space. Sometimes it can be hard because when you're like very stressed and working, it's not always easy like to change your mind and jump into something
Yeah,
creative
you would like
from one
to
day
relax
to another.
and like get off, but you just can't.
Because every time we're like, oh, we have three days, nice, we can
Off.
relax, and then no, we need to go to the studio. So it's never.
Play from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So
Yeah.
it's a kind of.
Do you find that helps you in some way with some themes to write with? Like, does it help you write about more things because you're experiencing more things on the daily?
For me, as the lyricist of the group, the hardest thing is to find what I want to talk about. Like it's like for a film, if you have the title, you know what the story is gonna be like, and it's the same for me. Like, if I don't have the starting line, the also, or the meaning that I want to hide in, it's very difficult. So it's the main thing is to actually find the what you want to talk about, and sometimes you're not even able to decide because as Ethan said, many things are happening to us, and sometimes I'm not able to recognize which is more effective, which is more important for me, and I let the music like lead the road, and then after I understand why and what made me talk about it and in that way, and what made me feel this way or that way.
Yeah. And how has that changed since you first started writing lyrics for the group back when? Because I feel like a lot of lyrical themes may have been when you first started kind of like you want to do something, or you're like manifesting something, or you want something to happen, I guess. But now that you guys have been met with a lot of great success now, have the lyrics changed a bit in a way?
Yeah, I would say now they're changing a lot. Like before, I just it was more of a statement, like we're here, you cannot ignore us, we're gonna kick your ass because we truly believe in what we're doing. But now what I feel like I want to to express. It's something more personal to dig more into my personality and into our relationship and all those very meaningful and deep stuff.
Also, speaking of, somebody in the chat alerted me, Damiano, that your birthday was actually this month. On the 8th, so-
Also Thomas.
Oh my God, Thomas, when is your birthday?
The 18th of January.
Hey, wait, that's like
Yeah,
a few
like-
days
Yeah,
ago.
like 6 days ago.
Oh my
And
God.
he's 21, so now we can
21.
party.
Oh,
Legally-
yeah. You're in the
legally
right place.
American.
Yeah.
Every time we're trying to go to clubs, he would always get like rejected at the door.
You're not 21.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be 21 in 3 days. Please
Like,
come
just
on.
He was like, please, in 3 days, my
I'm really
birthday."
sorry, sir. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, that's true.
And just to kind of wrap up on songwriting a little bit, what are each of your backgrounds when it comes to music and in terms of the music you like? Like Thomas, you said that you like a little more heavy progressive kind of stuff. What's everybody's kind of area that they love?
From the left. Our left, which is your right. Okay. Like now, my biggest references are Justin Timberlake. What the fuck are you laughing at? It's the biggest artist ever. Yeah, Justin Timberlake mainly, like the what he did in the early 2000s, and I think it was really a game changer. So I'm trying to focus on that kind of music, which is a style that I studied less than others, like during my life. So now it's kind of I want to do that.
Yeah. I'm mostly like into more like riffy up-tempo songs, so like Slaves, Idols, Arctic Monkeys, all of that kind of music. Also more like minor bands like Emil and the Sniffers. There's so many.
Oh yeah, we had them on actually.
Really?
about a month
Sick.
ago. Yeah,
They're so good.
they're great. They're great. Yeah, Ethan, what about you?
What are you first?
Okay.
Or?
Yeah, I can start first. And like for me, it's very strange because when I started to listen to the music when I was like 5 or 6 years old or something like that, and I started with the jazz, the swing, but like nowadays, like the Police was one of my most biggest like influences for me. The Police and Stuart Copeland as well, of course, for my drumming. And but nowadays, like I'm more like in the Royal Blood stuff, Royal Blood, and I also like the early 2000 music, like Justin Timberlake or Britney or like Hamelia, Superstar, Superstar. That sound you love it. And but lately, I said so just a second because.
Ooh,
Too
hot.
tired. Too
Hell
tired.
yeah, hell
Sorry.
yeah.
It's too hot also.
Too hot.
And but lately I started to listen to Sade.
Oh, Sade.
Incredible artist.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. Like
Sade.
yeah, really. But this was like 2 weeks ago, something like that, and I really love her. It's incredible. She's incredible. She's incredible.
Nice. As Victoria said before, I grew up with the Yiddish band of the past, you know, like so I know also the metal scene like Pantera and
That warms my heart.
Sabbath, Metallica, Zeppelin, lots of artists and bands. But yeah, I have lots also of guitarists that inspire me, of course, like Hendrix
And you love trap music.
yeah, exactly. And also I love trap music.
That's
true.
great.
That's true.
No, it's really nice to have that variety. I feel like.
Yeah, everyone is like saying something like that is more similar like to what we play, and then like Justin Timberlake, trap music, Britney.
That's the trick.
Yeah, that's
the
the cool
trick.
part, yeah.
That's the trick. Yeah.
And how do you manage? I know the four of you primarily write all of the material with maybe a producer here and there. Now that you've kind of reached a space where your songs are really popular, right? I feel like a lot of people would want to work with you. How do you work that out, considering that you four are like the core four people writing all the material?
We always talk about it, and if we are interested to, like, of course, we feel like working with other people can open up you new points of view and stuff like that. but of course we all have to be convinced, and sometimes we say yes, others we say no.
Yeah, the important part
pretty
is,
easy.
is that like the four of us feel represented
Yeah.
by what we're
Yeah.
doing and that we're in lead of it. And then of course, like working with other people and producers can be something very inspiring because
Yeah.
you have other people that have done it for many years
Right.
that can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. I also had a question in the chat, which, by the way, everybody in the chat, feel free to drop in any questions that you have. But one of the questions that I thought was really awesome was, it could be different for each of you, but what song have you written that you're most proud of?
Ah, cool.
Me, I want to be your slave.
For me, it's City Boy.
For me, in Italian, Coraline, and in English, I would go with I Wanna Be Your Slave too.
Too much songs. I don't know, to be honest, but I really like Zitti Buoni. For Your Love, maybe it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, also mine.
For Your Love,
That's
and
good.
also Ventani, I don't know, but really a lot of songs, you know.
Very cool. I love to hear that. I love how you guys have this nice balance. Like my favorite song of yours, at least recently, is Coraline.
Oh, okay.
I like the balance between ballad, but
Yeah.
also like riffs and like
Yeah,
heavy
yeah,
stuff.
That's true.
How do you approach writing both of those kinds of songs? Whether you want to make like a banger or you want to make something that's a little more emotional. What's the difference?
Like
It's just, I think that the main thing to do is to put yourself, like you're working for the music. It's not the music that is working for you. So you have to be able to recognize and to do what is best for that specific song. So like you have to go out of your own tastes and try to understand what thing is actually better, connects better, or drives you to a better chorus or stuff like that. And I think that sometimes you feel like a song could be a hit, so you try to keep it simple. Like let's not do 8 minutes of song because otherwise you're changing the nature of the song. But with songs like Coraline or For Your Love or stuff like that, you feel like you can go everywhere. So we just follow the ones that has the more clear idea. Like sometimes Thomas is super focused on something, and you feel like it's super sure of what he wants to do. So it's better to follow him other than to discuss what to do or try. I don't know. 100 things, but other times we're all pretty insecure and we have to try
Yeah.
again.
I think,
It's always different.
Yeah.
I think also that it's important. I told for me, I don't know, but when you write a song, make a song that it's different from the normal kind of song. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, put instrumental part or a special with the voice or a solo or something.
It's a bridge.
that-
It's a bridge.
It's bridge.
In Italian, it's special,
It's special.
but it's
Yeah,
bridge
so it's a bridge
for the international viewers.
A bridge with the voice. I don't know, but something different. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about your album Chosen from 2017. The thing that I think is the most pertinent about it compared to like your other work, right, is has a lot of great tracks on there. A lot of your songs in that record are English. And then as I feel like the albums came out, like with this most recent one, it's more heavy on the Italian.
Yeah.
Was that did you make that a factor when you were writing, or did you just say to yourself, "Oh, this sounds better in English versus this sounds better in Italian"?
No, it was like when we did that record, it was our first, and when we started to play together, we only played songs in English actually. And then like of course being in Italy and growing up there, we also got a lot of inspiration from Italian artists, and also like the Italian market prefers like songs in Italian.
Right.
So that's also why we were more drawn to do that. But we always kept both sides. Sometimes we were more on the English, other times more on the Italian, but it was quite how we felt inspired at the moment, and also of course the fact that we were doing music in Italy. While now we feel we can do both, but also give more attention to the English side, and also I think get better on it and develop more on it.
Yeah. Totally. Someone in the chat, not from that album, but somebody asked about "Are You Ready?" And the making behind that song.
Why did you ask?
It doesn't exist. It's a hologram. It's all on your mind, guys.
Yes.
We're not proud of it.
Everything is in your mind.
Yes,
That
right.
song doesn't exist. It's never existed. It's you made up with your own brain.
Rata.
Yeah. Shut up. You made
Who
it.
is it that
You
asked?
made it. You made it.
You tell them, guys.
This is what happens when you release music as 16-year-old.
Yeah, but it's part of the journey. Come
Yeah.
on.
It's funny to look back.
Yeah. It's,
Exactly.
we don't know what happened. We're honest.
Speaking of music that you released a while ago, you've probably been asked about this out the wazoo, but I had to do it because we're here. Beggin', of
Okay,
course,
exactly.
very popular.
Yeah.
Really had a resurgence a few times. I feel like it was pretty popular when it came out, and then TikTok did its
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and then it just got re-upped. And so, what was your reaction to see that on social channels?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, I remember because we went out of Eurovision, so we saw Titi Bonia, One of Your Slave, growing in
Yeah.
the charts, and then completely randomly, from one day to another, we just saw Beggin' on
Hey,
the
guys.
top, and we're like, what's going on?
Have you noticed
Oh.
that Beggin' is going 7 million streamings a day?
Like,
Why?
Why it's Beggin' in our top songs? Oh shit, it's 50 million. Shit. It's every day a new surprise.
And of course, one of your other songs, "I Want to Be Your Slave," is also super popular right now too. When you get a popular song like that, or when you get such feedback from fans, like "This is amazing, this is exactly what I want to hear," does it make you try to replicate that as going forward, or do you try to kind of stay away from that and
Yeah,
do whatever
more
comes
like-
to your mind?
Depends.
Yeah, it depends. I think we've tried to replicate some of the songs we also liked, of course, and that the people enjoyed, but it doesn't always work because once you've done something, it's hard to make something similar, but at the same time different, but as good as that. So I think you just have to go with how you're inspired at the moment. That's what always works best, honestly.
That's true. Like for me, can I just something? For me personally, sure. Well, no, thanks. For me personally, I think that when I hear songs in general of another artist, I just think, okay, I like it, so I want to do something different. Sorry, because it is something just already done. This
It has been done.
has been done, yeah, exactly. So the same, it can happen the same with our songs, exactly the same.
Yeah.
For me.
And chat, we're actually going to be accepting applications for Ethan's mic stand. So if
Yeah,
anybody in the
exactly.
chat would like to apply, please send an email.
I don't recommend it.
And kind of before we get into your newest album, Teatro, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about tour plans and what your plans are regarding tour. I know you got some things in Europe coming up pretty soon, but beyond that, are there any plans to go international? A lot of people are talking about the States here, another string of shows here.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Like,
we love to play
yeah,
music.
play live. It's like one of our favorite parts of our job, of course. Unfortunately, it's not easy like these days with COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, safety first. But we can't wait to come to the US too, and to all the places we've never been to, Japan and South America, and yeah, all around the world. We really love to play live.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
the
best
best
part.
moment, so we look forward to it.
And you can do whatever you want. You can also go out of key. It's just gonna be on the phones and not in 4K in front of everybody.
Do you have any pre-show rituals or post-show rituals? Anything surrounding the show?
Bad words.
Bad
Yeah.
words.
Pretty sure we're just trying to hype us up,
Yeah.
saying bad words. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, Damiano, yeah, smash it, yeah.
We're like a rugby team.
Exactly, yeah, like rugby. Exactly. And after show, just party.
Just party. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Tonight's the
Tonight's
night
the
for
night.
Thomas,
You
everybody.
saying it? You say that.
Tonight is tonight.
Walks up in hoodie and sneakers afterwards. Like, what are we doing tonight? What's your favorite place to stop and eat at in any country you've been to?
Oh, I don't know. Burgers. Posso melhor perguntar?
Oh.
Burgers.
Yeah, here,
Ooh,
here,
sushi.
Sushi.
like in general, like the best food.
Yeah, if you could pinpoint the best place you've been to, in any country that you've been
Okay.
to, could be home, could be anywhere else.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
The
sorry.
best in Rome.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm really sorry to say that, but
Italian food,
nothing
sorry.
compares. Nothing compares. Like no. Like when I came back, like the first time we came here, and we stayed like here in the US for 1 month. So when I got back home, I went to my mother's house because I really didn't want to cook and I wanted to eat Italian food, and she did like the most simple pasta ever, and I took photos of that because I was missing it so bad, and I took photos like I don't remember how you taste and stuff like that. It was a strange moment. It was a weird moment.
Being on the road so much between shows and getting ready for shows, by your performances that I've seen, I haven't been fortunate enough to catch one in person, but I hope to do so very soon. But you guys give a lot of energy on stage. You guys are really, really into your stage presence, and it really comes off that there's a lot of effort behind that. When you're in that mode and when you're touring, how do you gear up for every show? So say you have 2 shows, 2 nights in a row. Are you ever just really exhausted?
Yeah, when we have like shows days in a row, then we can't party. Oh. Sad, no, but we try like to stay chill and like keep our energies for the shows, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think like the adrenaline helps you, like even if you're tired and stuff, when you get on stage, it pumps you up.
I have to do a lot of annoying things for my boys, and but yeah, they're more free to drink and do stupid stuff. But yeah. Like when I'm on tour, I'm on diet and stuff like that, and it's a bit annoying. But yeah, I have to. Otherwise, I could never do like two shows in a row. It would be too hard.
Yeah.
So you have to keep the energy and all those kind of stuff. Otherwise, you will do the concert all taped, as I did 2 years ago.
I have a question in the chat. I'm going to rephrase it a little bit. I hope you don't mind. But the question is about if you had, what song of yours do you think doesn't really get enough attention? Or what song of yours do you think more of your fans should go listen to?
Cool.
Ooh.
Cool.
I think For Your Love.
The next one.
Yeah. I don't know, cause lots of people told me that For Your Love, oh my god, it's my favorite song. So I think that lots of people,
Gives it the right attention.
Exactly. But yeah, maybe For Your Love. Yeah.
I think it is Are You Ready? You should. No, 20 anni. I would say 20 anni, which has exploded in Italy, but not outside of Italy. I think it's one of our best songs. Yes, 20 anni.
I don't know, like, that's a good question, because if a song is famous, so there is a reason behind it is famous, right? So if it is not famous, there is a reason because it is not famous. So it has to be like that. Yeah, it has to be like that. So I think that I will I will never change something of the past. Absolutely. So
Philosopher.
for me, it's fair enough as it is. It is what it is.
As good as it gets.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I want to talk briefly about your latest album, Teatro. I can't believe it, kind of, but we're almost a year removed from when that album came out. It came out in March of last year. It's crazy that it feels like it hasn't been a day. But considering that it's been about a year since that album came out, you've had a chance to perform a lot of the songs live. How do you see that album in relation to where you want to go from there?
It's I would say it's the first step.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I feel like it was a new beginning for us, even if we were already big in Italy, and we already did a lot of things. I think it was kind of borning again with a new kind of music, more confident about ourselves. So it's kind of everything starts from there. But of course, what we did in the past, we're really proud of it, and we're really happy, and we will keep playing that songs because they represent us. But with Teatro Dira, really something changed, and we are here now.
Yeah.
So it changed a lot.
Yeah, I think like the most important part of that album is that we found like our sound of like the instruments and having that more raw feeling to it compared to the previous stuff we made, and also like I think already in that album there are many different songs. Like we go from like more heavy like in Nome del Padre to Caroline to I Wanna Be Your Slave. So I think that's a cool thing that we will keep in the next one too, because we want to experiment a lot, but also trying to keep our own sound and like so you can recognize it's us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. This is the question that you make. Sorry for me.
The question you made before.
Exactly, but I think that now in Nome del Padre, it's one of my favorite songs also. But of course, it's really too heavy for the people. Yeah.
Yeah. And last few things here. But what's next for you guys? I see a lot of people asking for next song when. When do you think you're going to be releasing new material? And when can we kind of expect another album, if we can?
We don't know it neither.
One will be ready.
Yeah.
One will be confident and sure about what we did, and we have the chance to set up 14, 15 songs and say, yeah, that's what I want to share with my audience. Otherwise, we will not put out anything.
Yeah, we
have
don't
to be
want to
sure.
do something we don't like or we're not
Yeah,
sure
we
about.
have to
That's
be
why
sure.
we're taking our time. I think it's
Like,
very
no
important.
regrets.
So yeah.
You know, the tattoo,
regrets.
no regrets. Yeah, on the forearm. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Right
Thank
before we wrap everything, I kind of everybody's been asking me to say hi, and I can't have them say hi to everybody, people. But I do want you to wave to the camera if possible and say hello.
Hi, people. We love you, people. People.
Thank you all so much for being here. It's been such
Thank
a
you
treat
very
to talk
much.
to you,
Thank you.
and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Everybody will wrap it up right about now. My name is John. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back Monday. We're going to have someone on, and Charlie is going to be back hosting on Monday with TNB Rock. We'll see you then, everybody.
Thank you.